So welcome
Sure,
once
go
again,
ahead.
everyone, to the Whalesailors community. It's really a great pleasure having some wonderful points tonight. Presenting we have the CUCK and the Mu on Solana. So first of all, which of you would like to go first as an introduction?
Sure, of course. So let me start. First of all, thank you all for having us today. We probably like to present to you like the project we are working on. Like I would say, like good 2 months ago, we started on. CUCK was kind of released like on April, mid of April. It was initially started a project by a dev, which kind of rocked the project. And yeah, we were like, I was one of the guys who was there on day one, first hours. And in the beginning, like we were some guys like joining that. We wanted to group or start a CTO. And yeah, then again, some guys in the group also like kind of rocked again. And we had this like two times in the beginning. And after that, we still had some guys in the group which were like very like competent. They wanted to put in some work in there. And if I can just speak about me personally, it was like felt kind of different with this kind of project. I mean, for the project I jumped in, it was like 300 or 400, and it was always the same, but somehow it felt different this time with this kind of CTO and with this project. So I kind of stick to that, and I wanted to see how far we could push that project. So in the end, I mean, before I go ahead with that and start right after that, I just want to give like maybe a brief chance to introduce some of the main members of the leaderboard of CUCK as well. So first of all, like I said, I'm Kevin. My nickname is Vin, and usually I'm the one who's like, trying to organize ourselves. But to be honest, the group is like working very well independently. But yeah, to give some information about myself, about my person. So I'm from Germany. I live in the southern part of Germany, like close to Stuttgart. 36 years old. In my real life, I'm working as an account manager. And yeah, so in my spare time, if my kids don't take too much time away from myself, I'm here to support the group and work on the project. But yeah, before I continue, like I said, I would like to give over to the other groups. I would start with Kevin. If you would like to say a few words about yourself.
Oh, hello guys.
Yeah.
Thank you
Perfect.
for
Yeah.
me. It was nice to see you, and thank you everyone for having us here. Uh, Maybe I'll just introduce myself. Like Finn, my name is also Kevin. It's a little confusion for us, but we stick to the Finn and Kevin here.
Exactly.
So yeah, basically in CUCK, I actually do some a little help. Like you can say that I am Finn's right hand. So in real life, I have a company. I'm actually a CEO of a tech company in real life. CUCK is actually I put CUCK in as my secondary work here, and I came from Indonesia. And by the way, this is 2 a.m. in the morning, Monday here. Okay, I think that's all
Yeah.
from me now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, maybe then. Thank you for that, Kevin. Maybe, SirMonke, would you like to say a few words about yourself?
Yeah, hi. My name is SirMonke. I'm from the US. I kind of hopped in to cut around 500K market cap. And I thought the meme was super cool because it kind of combined cats and ducks, which were super popping at the time. They still are. And so I bought in, and I also kind of thought that the meme itself would have made a great game. And so I started developing a game around it. It's kind of a 2D platformer, but I'm sure we'll talk about that more later on. But right now I do IT. I've been in a help desk role for about a year and a half. And before before my current role, I was in the military doing IT in the U.S. Navy. And so just a little background for you, just so you know, I'm just not some random guy trying to make a game who has zero background in IT, but yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, so I mean, the core group is a bit bigger than that, but today we decided just that we three going to like talk about the project itself. So yeah, let me just start right now. So in general, like I said, it's like the project is like 2 months old right now, a bit more than that, and yeah, it is a CTO, as you already know. And yeah, the reason like why I jumped into this group was like because the guys who were in there are like really cool, and it felt different. I like the meme in general. It is funny. It's like special. It's kind of unique. I think I wouldn't say that it's the best meme, but it's one I think we can identify with. And I think this makes it more authentic because you know there are so many things ongoing in the meme space and on Solana, and yeah, this was the one we would want to go for. So if I can just speak for myself, it was like the first time I wanted to do something to develop something. And in general, I'm like in the crypto sphere for like 7 years or more, 7 years plus. And usually I was like involved in like trading, buying, holding stuff and other things. And it was also, I would say quite successful with that, but I want to do something else this time. So I decided to push this with the whole team. And it is a journey, I can tell you. For us, it was like very different because you have to put in some different kind of work. Before that, with trading, you look at charts, you look at areas of support, resistance, you look at patterns and whatever. And here it's like you have a completely different kind of work. Like you have to think about how can you get this project like more popular? How can you like grow an audience? Is it what the people would like to see? And so we started to build up some memes, like some basic stuff, replacing some heads, making some fun things as usually, but in a different way. And it was fun, and it was a wild ride with the price going up and down. But at some point, you don't focus too much on the price itself. I mean, if we all be honest, it's like usually you get into something because of the money. But over time, it felt different, you know, because you have the chance to build up something. You can leave a footprint somewhere. And this is something I think was very exciting. So in general, it's a very big journey for us. And we had some good impressions. We had some good experiences and also some bad. And over time, you see if you do some kind of rage, which is very usually in this space, you see that at some point it's like you can't keep up with the traction and you try something else. So you start with like you're working with some influence as an example, and there is it where it starts. Like you have to be very careful who you work with because people want to just grab your money. Not all of them like have the best will in their head. They want to make some money. They want to get the best out of it for themselves, and it's really rare to find someone who's really supporting you. But over time, you learn, you pay the price of learning, but yeah, you will get there. And we're still learning. I mean, like I said, it's a journey. But we had some really good partnerships in the beginning. For example, we had a really good collaboration with CryptoWall. She was like one of our first supporters. This same appears for Crypto Messiah, the one who's like called One Gun Rich. He was also the very first supporter of our project, and we were in direct exchange with him. We were chatting together, we were talking about the project, and he was like giving us the first boost, I would say. And over time, we're talking to him, like exchanging very briefly, but like far enough. And to us, I can still remember very clearly when he said, "Yeah, when I asked him for advice, what we could do different to become successful, to get a better reach, he was just saying something like, yeah, you just have to do what you would like to do, like stick to your own brand somehow. And that's what we did. So for us, of course, it is work, but at least I can tell I really enjoy what I do. So it is time consuming, obviously, but still it is a lot of fun. The most important reason is like I can learn a lot. I mean, in my real day work, I'm like I said, in sales, it's like one-to-one, but here you have to like find an audience. It is more about marketing. You have to like try to feel what people would like to see, like I said in the beginning. And over time you get a feeling, because you see what does work and what does not work. And then over time you try to focus on those things. And you continue to develop and to build something. And yeah, like almost every project, you have some times where like you see that you don't get attraction, as I mentioned. But then that's the part we really have to like to work on it. So you have to take some time, you have to think about what you're doing, and you have to keep on doing what you're doing. And then maybe do some adjustments here and there, but over time, if you put in the work and do it, put in the smart work, you will see that results will come over time. Just a like brief explanation, like to the price discovery. I mean, the price went up in the first start, like from, I would say, a 0 to like almost 900K, so almost 1 million, and it plumped down to like 8K. So over 99% drop down in total, if you look at that. But then over time, when we took over, we tried to do some things and had patience in that. We were like growing up again and reached around, like, I think the last high we had then was around 200K. And again, it was a valley of tears, I would say. But I think the crypto market in general was also like suffering back then. And like I said, we continued. And after some time and some patience, and after we seen the distribution was like more spread, it was more decentralized, the price was like growing sustainable, very sustainable. I would say it was nothing like a pump and dump, which was what we would like to avoid in general. And I think we did a good job on that. I mean, we've seen some pumps and dumps, obviously, of course, but we try to work with people who like don't want to have a project going that way like it had, for example. But yeah, like I said, I think in general we did quite well. And yeah, like I said, over time we still developed some skills on how we can like do our marketing better, do our sales better, and to work with people. We get an idea who we can trust, who we can't trust, and we reorganized the group a bit more. We had some people who were very engaged in the community itself, and yeah, so we grew. And of course, we had all the platforms available. We tried to engage in that as much as possible. So we have like, I mean, the most action we have ongoing is in Telegram, where the main group is. We have around 570 members at the time, as I'm not mistaken. On X itself, we have around 800. We're also growing sustainable. We also want to make sure that we are like taking more seriously, so we also get the blue check mark and all that stuff. We try to fill up everything we had on there to become more trustworthy to people, because as we know, there are a lot of scammers around. And yeah, so over time we build up our brand kind of. And of course, to see some kind of where we want to go, we made a roadmap. Made our thoughts of what we could do to make the project like unique, to be different than others. And yeah, so over time we had like some collaborations. We started to work on some projects. We have some games which we are currently developing. This is something Kevin and SirMonke are going to talk about later. And yeah, of course, we also developed some stuff like real life content. This is something I want to point out as well, because most memes are just digital, and we want to have something in real life, something you can touch. Like first thing that came to my mind was some kind of toy. So I talked to some people that I trust, and they were like making the first toys. So I can show you one example. So this is the first prototype of cat art we had so far. It is like handmade, made with love. It took some time. It was not too cheap. The quality is really high. And yeah, since then, I always take this little guy with me. If I see a situation where it could be like, where I think this could be a good situation to take some pictures or to build up a story, I just do it. Take pictures, make videos, and if you have seen some of our contents, you can see what we have done so far, like creating videos in real life. This was the first kickoff. After that, we also got some little merchandise. Like we had some cups, we had some pencils. Those were the first things. We had some stickers as well, and yeah, later on we had some other things like some bags. This is something my kids usually carry around with them. So if they go to soccer games or to kindergarten, whatever, they have those bags with you. And people are asking, what's that about? And also like with the shirt I have on right now. Let me just show it briefly. Just like that with the QR code over there, so that people can see what it is. And usually you see me in suits. And if I have something like that, people get attention on that. And it's always like fun to see people talk about them, and most people know me, and then we just talk about something. The guy from the neighborhood, hey, what's going on there? So it's like some kind of marketing in real life as well. So it is fun. And yeah, so over time, people also like want to see where it's going, and they are also observing what's going on there. Anyway, so this was something we wanted to develop as well, so to have something in real life. And we are like working on more stuff on that. And yeah, if you want to see, if you have interest in that, just reach out to us and we will help you with that. Anyways, enough of the commercial. Besides that, yeah, sure. We are still working on the roadmap. We adjust them. We want to get more like trustworthy as well. So recently, what we thought about was like get some kind of audit. This is something Kevin discovered recently, and yeah, so in the next weeks we're also going to have an audit on our project, if we are secure, what we're working on, what it does look like on the Solana blockchain as well, and yeah, maybe I was some part in the beginning. Maybe some of you are curious about why we decided to go with Solana. The reason for that was like basically because Solana is one of the most hyped, I would say, blockchains to do some memes right now, because it's cheap, it's fast with the transactions, and yeah, it's like there's a hype, and we want to stick to something where the narrative is right now, and so we jumped on this bandwagon. Let's put it that way. Some hard facts about CUCK as well is like that we have around 1 billion tokens of the total supply at the moment. We also have some burns on our roadmap, so we're going to reduce the supply circulating. And yeah, this is one of those. Of course, the ETLP is burned already, and we have like I think a very good distribution about our tokens at the moment. We want to like build up more trust with that, because if you see a project where some holders like 40% of the supply, nothing I would buy in. So we thought, okay, it would make sense to like distribute more. And yeah, all the members, all the holders we have, a lot of them I also know by person, and they also put a lot of trust in us, and we are really appreciating that. And yeah, so that's why we also stick to the hard work. We will never stop working on the project, even though if we would go down price-wise, because we enjoy what we're doing, and we want to like hold up what we can do for the people who put trust in our project, and that's why we are still here. And yeah, that's why we're working on the whole thing. With that being said, are there some questions already from your side? If not,
Yeah.
I would hand over. But yeah, I give it a little break here now.
Yeah, there are some couple of questions from my side.
Sure.
So say, in terms of like the tokenomics, literally you guys are the main developer and all that. So can you dive into the tokenomics perspective? How does it work and all that?
Okay, so yeah, really basic. Like I said, I was not the developer in the first place. We just took over the project like it is. As I mentioned, we have like 1 billion tokens of supply circulating. That means we have no fees on transactions. And yeah, at the moment we do not have any staking progress available at the moment. And we still like have to like discover a few things how we're going to do that later on if we go ahead with some things like getting listed on exchanges.
I can speak on burns too if you want.
Sure, yeah, please go ahead.
So in terms of burns, how it's going to work is, so I'm creating a game right now where there will be a story mode, a ranked mode, and a versus mode. Versus mode, you will pay to enter 1.1 million CUCK coins. And then how it'll work is everybody will, there'll be 4 players in a match. And if you win that match, you get 4 million coins. The extra 100,000 that each person paid will be left in the pool at the end of each week. So on Sunday between noon and 2 p.m., the server will be shut off, and I will burn half of that pool, and then 25% goes to our marketing wallet, and 25% goes to my wallet, my game dev wallet, and then that's basically how the burns are going to go for versus mode. There will also be burns for ranked mode as well. Ranked mode, it's going to be 2.5% of ranked mode pool will be burned, 2.5% will be sent to marketing wallet, and then 95% will be distributed amongst the players within the leaderboard according to their standing on the leaderboard. I haven't worked out the math yet on how much will be distributed to like first place, second place, third place yet. I haven't gotten that far yet, but that is the plan just for in the future, if that makes sense.
Yeah, fantastic. That's cool. I think that's break that down according to the economics and how it works. So when it comes to like the marketing perspective, can you give us a brief where you guys are trying to run the marketing, just have a certain eyes, have more people, and have new basic users to just be part of whatever you guys are doing at this point?
So could you please repeat? I just didn't get it right now.
In terms of like my perspective, what are the basic way you guys are in terms of like getting more people, new eyes and new interests? So what are the methods you guys are using for your marketing?
Gotcha. Okay, so first of all, of course, like the most CTOs, we are doing a lot of raids. We have a lot of people in the groups who are like dedicated for that. People we trust, like that they are like spreading the word about CUCK. We usually use X for that. So we like try to engage with some influencers. You can maybe I also like give you a little alpha of how we approach people, because most CTOs I think trying to get for like big accounts, but usually they don't pay too much attention. And we try to engage with I would say people on X who have not that big audience yet. So we try to collaborate with them. We talk to them, hey, listen, we like what you're doing. We're really looking for people who are like, could fit to our project, and vice versa. So we try to talk to them, hey, how's it going? That's what we're doing, and we try to engage with other ones. If you would like to engage with us, we would be happy. And we are very transparent with that. We talk to them openly, and yeah, usually people are really open to that, and they appreciate it if we engage with them, and vice versa as well. And so we not only met some partners, we also met some friends already with that, and this is like makes a lot of fun, because in the space, this is one thing I really like about the crypto space. You can like find people that are really cool. They are really liking to grow and to have a great. They have also a great mindset. And so we can have a journey together. So this is like the main thing we do. We also have obviously some bots we use on Telegram group. We try to like have some key information about a project, which makes it easier for those who do the reads. They still adjust what they are saying, what they are like writing in tweets, but they have like an idea what they could use, and this makes it more easy. But the main thing we'd like to do is like to have a really organic communication. And of course, sometimes you have some kind of buzzwords like LFG or whatever. But yeah, still we try to engage more organically because we would like to grow organically. So that's the best way to do it. I mean, for us, like I said, it's the learning, and we try to improve. We look at some tutorials. We look about I talked to some friends of mine who are in marketing. They gave me also some advice, which I hand over to my group and to all of us. And then we try to adapt that and try to be a bit different. You know, we don't want to be just a copycat. We just want to try to be unique. This is one of the things we do. Besides that, we also, sorry for my lights, like turning off, on and off all the time. Besides that, we also use some other platforms like YouTube, like TikTok. We have also a site on Instagram as well, and we try to see which works the best, and we try to like put some feeds in every corner we can do. We plan to have a LinkedIn page as well, because I think this is which is not too common usually. And then besides that, of course, we are in exchange with some influencers. We get bombarded with people trying to reach out. Most of us, I mean, from the leaderboard through Telegram, asking for like giving support, like spreading the word about us in different groups. We tried this in the beginning, but it didn't work that well. So we stopped doing that, and we try to stick to something more organic. So in terms of marketing, this is like what we most of the time are doing. And of course, yeah, in real life, I try to talk to people. People are curious, and you know, even there it does work. It's a bit more slow, but it is also like people are curious, they are watching, and they enjoy what we're doing. Yeah,
That's fantastic. That's brilliant, then. It's really cool you guys are working on that part, because, you know, as a CT you find, you know, actually the dev did something wrong by dumping. But you know, you need to also try to take in some effort and some perspective just to also keep things going well cool from you guys side. And I do love the fact you and your team members are actually working on that part, and which is really awesome. So before we do take some couple of questions from the audience as well.
Mhm.
So before the times get started, I would like you to kind of like give us a brief introduction on how you guys are trying to, you know, to keep things pushing for a long term run, and what are you guys' basic aim to achieve as a CTO and all that.
Yeah, of course. So the main goal for us over long run is we want to grow. Obviously, we want to have like a brand, like something people kind of remember or notice. I think we don't have like our goal is not to become the best meme, but we want to be like the most unique one in a different kind of way. So of course, you have in the crypto sphere, you have some kind of cryptocurrencies in general, and they all try to solve some kind of problem. For us, CUCK is, I like to compare it like the value comes out of something you can compare with a comic series. You know, we do not do something in we don't fulfill some kind of purpose, like we don't produce a product or whatever. What we'd like to do is like to bring laughter to people, to enjoy something, to have a meme which is like going viral right now. We adapt that, we change it. We want to do something that people maybe can touch, like with the toys at some point. We want to become something that people memorize in some kind of way. And our goal is like, if you look at our, like what we are trying to represent, we want to have something that is funny, something that is kind of family friendly, but also something, if you look at it as an adult, you can still have fun about it, because we have some kind of something with a double meaning, like CUCK, he's enjoying watching. There's something we as adults can understand, but kids don't. So I think this is like approach we would like to go for. We want to have something that is like explicit, because I think the audience it would limit us with the audience. That's why we try to go for something that is more like family friendly. And obviously, like I said, we want to grow. We also want to grow in price, like with the market value, because the money we can could be able to make with that, like with growing with the value, with the market cap. This is something I especially would like to do, like locally here in Germany. The education system is kind of like not the best, in my opinion. I have kids by myself, like 3 kids in the age between 1.5 and like 6 years, and I try to support some things locally, like kindergartens, like schools, playgrounds, and stuff like that. And if it would be possible to like grow over time and support them in some kind of way, that would be awesome. I would love to do that. And first of all, you have to like go step by step. Not the aim in the first place is not like to change the world, but I try to change the world around my family, my friends, my relatives, the people who are around me. And this is some kind of like the voice I want to become more louder, like that people see that we try to do something that brings in value in real life, to create a better environment for kids, as an example. And yeah, for our holders, for the supporters of us, of course, we would like to see that we have some really great supporters. They love what they see. They comment what we are doing, and this is something that pushes us to move on with that. And if they, for example, can grow some value out of their bags, let's put it that way, and they can do something that changes their life, it would be so great to see. I mean, this is the biggest present or value we can give to them, and which comes back to us. We believe in synergies and that kind of stuff, something that makes life better for all of us. So to have a piece of the pie, whatever you want to say, okay? So we want to grow, we want to have a cool brand, something like the value, as I mentioned, like a comic book, like Marvel. People enjoy it, they watch it. We all have a tough life from time to time, and if you have some time to cheer, to laugh, whatever, that would be great. Just to have someone smiling, that's awesome. That's like the goal for us.
That's pretty much fantastic. That's awesome. It shows you guys are actually not just building, just to take profits and at the end of the day abandon the coin. So it seems you guys have a long way to go, and I do love the motive. So in terms of like partnership perspective, can you just give us your brief breakdown what you guys are looking for to partner with? Because we do have some amazing meme coins who are out there as a CCO who are trying to do something similar to you guys. So is there like any sort, and in terms of like collaborating with them, because this is actually like an opportunity to actually have a board great community, have something incorporating shares idea and all that. So what is actually the main purpose in terms of like having a certain collaborations and all that?
Yeah, so we did some collaboration in the past already. There was a group which was called Diddy. It was called P Diddy, and we just, I was part of the group as well, and some other members as well. We worked together, and of course it helped. Yeah, both of our groups we were able to grow. It was a fun ride. Unfortunately, the group was not. Yeah, they kind of fell apart over time. There are still some people available, but it's not. They're not doing too much at the moment, unfortunately. I hope this will change over time. But yeah, we also thought about collaborations in the past, and we did some of them, and we still open to that. Sometimes we just exchange through X, or maybe also through Telegram. Recently, we had also some kind of exchange with some other groups to see a collaboration, and we still working that on behind the scenes. And yeah, to answer this question, so yeah, we are open to have some collaborations, and I think if it fits to our brand and it does fit to the brand of the other whatever CTO or influencer, obviously we'll let them do it. We want to stay authentic. This is like the main thing to keep on that. We want to be transparent because we don't want to see that the group feels like that there could be a third bad takeover, whatever. So this is most important for us, that people keep trusting us and that they know that we are trying to do the best for our group. And if we can do a collaboration, obviously we will do that.
That's pretty much good. That's pretty much good because I do love the part whereby trying to have some sense of connection with the other meme coins, well, basically CPOs as well, shares idea, because two of you might have some different motives, and what you bring in or might also help them as well, and their
Yeah.
ideas will actually help you as well. So trying to do something that way might actually give you guys a basic long-term run, and also
Mm,
have different eyes from different background, different perspective, just to also look into whatever you guys are doing. So it will be really a great one if you guys are looking forward to to collaborate with other good meme coins out there and good memes.
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, in the end, it is a journey for all of us, some kind of, and some of the other collaboration partners of us, they have made some similar experiences, maybe some difference, and then we can exchange and see what their experience was, what worked the best, and so we can share experiences and see if we can grow together or take out like the learnings from them and vice versa. And just a little side note here, I really appreciate some people reaching out to me directly, asking me to or asking us to support their CTOs, how we became like that big as we are. I mean, of course, they are way bigger CTOs than we are. We have like at the moment 320K of market cap. They are bigger ones as well. But we feel really appreciated if they ask us for advice. And if I see that, I always respond. I try to support them as good as I can. I also try to motivate our group to support them as well. If we see a good collaboration or see some kind of that we can help them. I mean, we all started somewhere, and if you're looking for advice, I think it's just it feels like a duty to me to support them, because at some point I also asked people for advice, and some responded, some didn't. But if we want to become a better space in general, we have to become the better one by ourselves. So that's my philosophy on that. I think the whole team agrees on that, and we all live and work on that like that.
That's pretty much cool. I do love that motive. Sharing ideas, helping each other in the space is actually like a good method, to have a good incentive and to also have a certain support from
Yeah.
the background. So I do agree with that. That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So
Thank you.
that's pretty much. I think we kind of like cover up everything from my own perspective. So I would like you to kind of like give us a brief recap on whatever we didn't talk about before we take some couple of questions from the audience. Let's see what they have in mind as well.
Yeah. Maybe before we continue with that, I would like to give the chance to Kevin and also to SirMonke before we continue. Like, we have some things ongoing, and both of them are putting like a lot of work in that, and I want to give them the chance to talk about and really appreciate how much time they're spending on that and what they are doing. They are awesome what they did. And so, first of all, I would like to start to let SirMonke start, because he started to work in the first game. So SirMonke, could you please take a step in, and the stage is yours. Please present what you would like to present already.
Yeah. So, like I had said before, the game is 3 parts. It's story mode, rank mode, and versus mode. Story mode in and of itself is going to be 3 parts. The first part is the main, I guess, antagonist would be Pepe. So there will be a boss, and it will be Pepe, and you will have to beat Pepe as the final boss for part 1. Part 2 will be Bobo the Bear, and part 3 will be the Jeet Dev scammer who created the token itself, and that will be the final boss, and that's like kind of like the end of the game once you beat the Jeet Dev scammer. So, and kind of how it'll progress is for part 1, once you beat Pepe, it'll say 10 million market cap achieved. And then when you beat Bobo the Bear, it's going to say 100 million market cap achieved. And then when you get to Jeet Dev, it's going to say 1 bill market cap achieved. It's kind of the progression of us getting to 1 bill market cap. So that's kind of the meme. It's kind of, it's I guess we all dream when we get into crypto that our project will hit 1 bill market cap. And so that's kind of the goal, is we do want to hit that. That would be sick. That would be awesome. I think everybody would love that. So that's kind of what we're going for. Yeah, that's story mode. And like I said, with rank mode, it's all going to get, there's going to be you'll buy into playing the rank mode as well. And you'll have 1 life, and you'll be basically playing through story mode but if you die, you have to submit your score. And when you submit your score, you'll be ranked on the leaderboard accordingly for that week. And then at the end of the week, you'll get distributed the appropriate amount of CUCK coin, depending on where you are on that leaderboard. And then for versus mode, like I said, there will be 4 players per match. Each person will pay 1.1 million CUCK coin to play. It'll be like a platformer match. There'll be fall through platforms and platforms you can just stand on. There will be coins. You'll have a gun and you'll have to shoot at other CUCKs in the game. And then whoever wins gets 4 million CUCK, and the 400,000 that's left over from everybody putting in 1.1 million, the 400,000 that's left over will remain in the pool for when Sunday comes around and we do the burn and we distribute to the marketing wallet and to my game dev wallet. And then yeah, that's the basic concept of the overall game in and of itself. And Kevin's also making his own game that's actually going to be coming out very soon. So I'll kind of hand it over to Kevin if he wants to talk about that at all.
Okay, thank you. So as SirMonke said, we also got another game. So in CUCK, we got 2 games currently in development. The first one is the one that SirMonke is creating, and the other one we call it CUCK. So this is a simple Android game. This will be available for any Android users all around the world. Currently, the game is in beta testing phase required by Google Play Store. We are expecting this CUCK to be available on Google Play Store early August. So a simple explanation about CUCK is that the game is very straightforward. It's an arcade game, so basically user just need to tap at a certain time, so concentration is required here, and also there is some sort of random chance that users will lose even if they do everything correctly within the game. What I really like about this idea of CUCK is that this is a play-to-earn game. So every time user play, they will earn a CUCK coin from us, from the game. And that CUCK coin user will be able to withdraw that CUCK coin to their Solana wallet. And then about the economic side of the game, we will integrate an ads into the game, so we can monetize the game. Out of every revenue we generated from the game, some of it will be used to buy CUCK from the market. So we will reward that users with the CUCK that we buy back from the market. So basically all the revenue from the game will be used to buy CUCK, and then some part of it will be used to reward the users, and the rest will be used to burn the token, and maybe we will inject that into our treasury. So I think that's it about CUCK. So so that you are not confused, in CUCK we got 2 games. We got CUCK, which is coming up in early August, and the other one is still under development by SirMonke. I think that's all. Thank you.
That's
Thank you.
fantastic. Thanks, man. Yeah, I think that's kind of like a great breakdown from that perspective. So, pretty much to say, I think it's actually time for us to take some couple of questions from the audience, and let's see what they have in place for when it comes to like vouch or a setting clarification for the like CUCK. So, as you know, this is actually CUCK presenting. So let's start with random guy here. Random guy, you might be muted. Hey, random guy, are you there? Okay, while I wait for.
Sorry, guys. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you, man.
Yeah. Thanks a lot for the opportunity, brother. So my question here is, according to your website, you say that CUCK is a community-run project. That's really great. So my question here is, how will the community suggestion and opinion be handled by the team? Is it gonna be only for holders, or is it gonna be the community members at large? I don't know whether you got my question correctly.
So I didn't get this. Sorry, it was like a
It's
bit
Eric,
too.
random guy. I just want to make sure I appreciate the good transparency. Can you type the question in the chat? I'm gonna help you read it out as well. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, for sure. Ariel?
So while we wait for that, let's give the floor to someone else. Hey, Jonathan, your mic is unmuted, buddy. Jordan, go ahead with your question, buddy. Hi, Jonathan, are you there? Your mic seems to be unmuted or you're not speaking. Hey, Jonathan. Okay. Okay. Go ahead, Jordan. Your mic is unmuted. Seems like Telegram is glitching. Go ahead.
I mean, if he's not able to like speak up, maybe he can just type in the chat, and then we can try maybe answer the question then.
I think he's trying to speak, but I'm not hearing him. So let's give someone else again. Rosella. Hey, Rosella, your mic is unmuted. Rosella.
Sorry, Stefan, can I go on with my question now?
Yeah, go ahead, Jordan.
Yeah, sorry about that. I guess my app must be having a little bit of issues. So it's a really great project. Love what you guys have said so far.
Thank you.
I just wanted to know, concerning the trust between you and the community, there must be a little bit of interaction where you guys have a little bit of context to, or maybe whatever, to have engagement between you guys and the community, so to make sure that there's a trust and they have people joining in. So I don't know, could you talk us what exactly you do to make sure that the community is active and more people join organically, and make sure that not only is there fun, there's also profits and all of that, and make sure that your community is a really lively one.
Yeah, sure. Okay, thank you for the question. So first of all, most people that join our group, I would say, come through X. We usually did a kind of voting on that, and we've seen that most people came from X, obviously. As soon they are joining us, we try to engage them via like a bot to like, hey, introduce yourself, tell us a bit about you, which they sometimes do, sometimes not. But what I can say is very often, from my experience, people reach out to me directly because they see me as one of the most active ones. And then, of course, the other ones will be asked as well. They ask me questions about our project, and then they try to understand what we're working on right now. And when they write me directly, I try to always reply to them. I'm not able to always reply directly because over time I became very busy with more and more people reaching out to me directly. But I try to listen to them. I always listen to them and try to take out what they have on their mind, like ideas, like what they would like to see maybe different. And then we try to have a conversation about that. And of course, they ask us what we did so far. I mean, if you want to put in some money, as most people come to us or join the group because they want to put in some money, they want to see that this is growing over time. We showcase what we did so far. We have a lot of pinned messages, and then of course we refer to our things we have ongoing on different kind of social media. And yeah, I try to tell them what we've done so far. I also talk sometimes about my things, like what my kids did, like to support the whole project itself, which I'm really proud of, because they sit there on a table and they like playing with some glue, with some scissors to build on something. If you look at the first things we did with CUCK in the beginning, you see some pictures of things my kids made, and I talked with them about some of that stuff, and so that they see that we are real people who are really trying to work on something that is unique, something that where the whole community is putting some effort. And so yeah, this is really great to see if they then really like what we're doing. Obviously, I'm also become very proud about my kids, that they put in the work in there as well. And yeah, we try to be very transparent what we are doing, and also what we are planning to do, things that are upcoming. We also from time to time we also tell the people in the group what discussions we had already with some participants. I also mentioned the ideas they brought up as well, and over time, those ones who were engaging with us are putting in ideas in our brainstorming mind map, whatever. We want to see that that the ideas get appreciated. We don't want to take their ideas and sell it ourselves. We want to show them, hey, we appreciate you, and your idea was a good idea, and it brought us further. This is how we try to build up the trust with them. And yeah, like I said, we try always to be active. The great thing about our project, I would say, one of the great things about our project is that we are very internationally. So as you already heard, SirMonke is from the US. Kevin is from Indonesia. Me, myself, is from Germany. We have Luca, who is from Italy. He's one of our best raiders. Greetings to you, buddy. And yeah, so this is how we try to build up trust. And all of the members who are in this project, not only leaders, they are talking about us. And this is something really appreciated. And we try to give something back with the work we put into the project. I hope this answers your question.
Hey, Jordan, hope that clarifies your question. Hey, Jordan, are you there?
Sorry about that. It does. I was talking with my mic off. Thank you very much for the opportunity. It's a really great project, and I hope to stick around. I'll be passing on the mic.
Thank you so much for the question.
Fantastic, man. So, I'll meet Rosella. Hey, Rosella, your mic is on. Go ahead.
Hello, good day. My question is, they actually two. Am I being heard?
Yeah, I hear you. Sorry.
Okay, so I know you've touched some of this, but I just wanted more clarity. So I wanted to know how individuals contribute to and participate in the CUCK ecosystem or the Solana ecosystem, whether as developers, investors, or users.
You want to know how they come together and discuss about those topics? Did I get the question right?
Yeah, and how we contribute.
Yeah, so in general, as you already heard, we have two developers, I would say. So Kevin and SirMonke are kind of the developers right now for the games. And we all have the same goal, to see something grow. We want to build up something. And for all of us, is like I mentioned already in the beginning, it is a journey. And we are learning. And if we, for example, have some difficulties or have some hurdles, we talk about it and try together as a team to solve the problems. If it's technical, if it's some kind of hurdles to talk about, to talk to some people, or to get the right person who could support us with the problems or the issues, and together we usually find a solution. I think there was never so far an issue we couldn't solve. I mean, there was one little thing with a change from the old web page to a new page with DEX tools, but this is something over time I think we will handle this, but it's not a big issue. And yeah, as I mentioned, we are from different kind of countries, and we have different time zones we live in. If we have a question or something we would like to know, we drop a message in Telegram usually. And we do have some regular meetings, usually on Sunday, 4 p.m. CET, where we talk about the projects. We'll talk about the project itself, about the experience over the week. We talk about developments, where we at right now, and then we talk also about the things we would like to do next. Maybe we had some kind of cool exchange with some guy on X or a different platform where we could do a collaboration, like I mentioned in the beginning as well, like with Diddy, another CTO, or with recently we had also an interaction with SirMonke as an example. And I mean, even though if they're like not that big, as I mentioned, we still like to engage with them. So yeah, to answer your question, usually we do this via Telegram on written chat, and we have meetings on Sundays. And if we have to talk about something urgently, we do this. We find an appointment where you can just talk about that, and we do it. And obviously, we have sometimes in the evening, at least from the Central CET time, we do some raids. Sometimes we also have a voice chat then, and then we take the opportunity and talk about things. Obviously, nothing which is like very critical or so. I mean, there's usually nothing critical, but yeah, we want to like build up some tension. We don't want to reveal everything which we are working on, because we want to like have people then some kind of the surprise effect, like, wow, that's cool. We didn't expect that. And that's how we collaborate. I hope this answers your question.
It does, but I wanted to ask you, this VCs you talk about, is it open for everyone?
Yes, it is. Usually, like I mentioned, we do this on Telegram. We try to explore a bit more X in the near future. And we also would like to do some more AMAs, because sometimes as today we talk about things, maybe some questions that will still come kind of like give us some kind of idea what we could do next on, where we could work on to improve, whatever. And yeah, so basically we do this on Telegram, and we would like to explore more on X, and let's see where this goes.
Okay, thank you. I'll check out your page when it's dropped on the community. Thank you.
Thank you too.
Thank you, Rosella. So let's take one more from the VC before we move to our next case. I think that will be appreciated. So let's take from the piece for Jason. Hey Jason, your mic is unmuted. Let's see what you have in place before we move to the next case. Sorry for keeping you waiting, Max.
Hey guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Jason.
Yes.
All right. So thanks, Stefan, for the opportunity to speak. So let me just go straight to my question. So my question is, every project presents its project strength, but I admire people who know their weaknesses more. So my question is, what do you think the project's current weaknesses are, and how do you guys plan to deal with it all?
So again, sorry, to plan what?
And I said, and how do you guys plan to do with it all?
To do it all.
To deal with it all.
Like,
to
sorry,
deal with all.
Can you come again, Jason?
Okay. So I said every project presents its project strengths, but I admire people who know their weaknesses more. So my question is, what do you think the project's current weaknesses are, and how do you guys plan to deal with it all?
Okay. So like to deal with the weaknesses, did I get it right? So what kind of weaknesses we have as an example, and how we deal with that? Is that the question you would like to ask, right?
Yep, I guess.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay. Good. Gotcha. So first of all, I would say I can I give you my view on that, and maybe the other guys can also give an example to have a more bright view, not only myself. So as I mentioned, in real life, I work as an account manager, so still have to do a job in real life from day to day during the week, obviously. At that time, I have meetings, I have like customer calls, I have to go to customers and visit them, and yeah, I work on that. And there are some times where I'm maybe not available for some hours. So let's talk about a few hours. This happens, yeah. And of course, obviously, we also have to sleep from time to time, and we have members from all around the world. And if they ask questions, sometimes it takes time. And yeah, I try to answer as quick as possible. But yeah, as we grow and more people become more give us more attention, it takes more time sometimes. So all of us have some kind of task which they are working on. Some of us do more rates, some of us do work more on the development of games, some of us do more work on like trying to work on the marketing, to develop ideas and to exchange with the influencers, for example. Recently, for example, we had a guy who made a video about us on YouTube, and I exchanged with him. I talked with him about the project, kind of like we do it today in the AMA, just in like a little time frame. So I talked with him what we're doing, and he was like really keen to do a video for us. And yeah, so to come back to your question, long story short, sometimes it's a lack of time, I would say. But I think in general, as we are from different time zones and we work as a team and we all support each other, if I'm not able to respond or to answer the question, I will hand over to one of the team members and to tell them, hey, can you please go to that guy and respond? This is one thing. Or what else? I mean, sometimes they also have to wait. But I then tell them, hey, listen, I'm busy right now. I can reply right away. I will do it later. I think this is one of the things we have to deal with. Besides that, weaknesses, maybe a lack of experience. As I mentioned, I've never worked in marketing before, so for me this is like a different kind of way of working. It is fun, and over time, there's a rule that sticks in my head. It's like, don't work hard, work smart. So if I have to deal with some people who are trying to, I don't know, try to promote us, and over time you get a feeling idea who is trying to scam you, you try to have a system how you can prevent that to being robbed. So what we try to do, this is also considered as a little alpha, is we try to tell them, if you want to promote our project, we're willing to work with you, but we would like to see that you are delivering first. So if they are convinced that what they are trying to do for us, what they are promising, we would like to see what they are doing. And if they are able to deliver, obviously we want to support them as well. And we are really keen on working on having some kind of some good cooperations. And this, like I said, this was time consuming, but it becomes better over time because we have a system how we can deal with that. But besides that, some hurdles, weaknesses. I think every one of us has some kind of weaknesses. Maybe the way how they can express themselves, how they are talking. I mean, if you write something, as example, most of the communication is like via text, and you can't transition like emotions, like how you feel about it. Someone's like want to give you a service, and you're writing, yeah, I'm not interested or whatever, or you like answering. You never know how people receive your message. Maybe they see more emphasis in that, and then they are like, wow, that's cool, and yeah, whatever. Everyone has their strengths and weaknesses, and some of us are like better with that, and some of us not so good with that. So that's why we try to distribute the work to those who are good communicating, that they are communicate, and those which are like better with working on developing stuff, they are working with that. So we have a good team that are trying to cover the best of what we are able to do, and the weaknesses are covered by them who are better with that. I think this breaks the best way down. Maybe SirMonke or Kevin, if you have an idea or ideas about our weaknesses, feel free to share that as well.
Yeah, I think a weakness for us is that we're all a normal working person, so we don't necessarily have like all day to devote our time to the project. But I think the part and I guess that we're actively doing and will continue to do. I mean, we live in different time zones, so when we get off work, there's always somebody in the TG to like be able to answer people questions and be able to talk to people in the group or on Twitter. So I would say the fact that, you know, this isn't like our I guess our 9 to 5 job, like this project, you know, so we're not devoting all of our time into it right now, which is fine. We would, you know, get off work, and for me, I get off work, I immediately start grinding away on the game. It's, you know, I get off, I'm either creating cutscenes for the game, I'm doing art for the game, I'm literally developing the game like via code and everything. So so I guess that's kind of our main weakness, is that this isn't like our main source of income right now, and that's completely fine. So we're not like, you know, 24/7 trying to build because we can, because we have lives outside of the project. But yeah, but like I said, we're in different time zones, so we can, you know, fill in where others aren't there. So it works out nicely because I'm in US, Kevin's in Indonesia, Vin's in Germany. So we kind of are able to, you know, split up between all the time zones and be able to, you know, interact with the community. So that's what I would say.
Yeah, thank you.
Hope that clarify your question, Jason.
Definitely, man. Definitely. So thanks for the opportunity once again.
Yeah, thank you for the question, Trey.
Thank you once again, and I would like to say a big thank you to the CUCK team as well. It was a great presentation from you guys' side.